Foodie Gang? Hey, Foodie Gang, what's going on? You're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 3, Episode 5. We are just chugging along. Hit the like button on your way in, and let me just fix something real quick. Turn my phone brightness up. Yes, Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 3, Episode 5. And today we are going to be doing $10 chili and cornbread late night edition. So thank you guys all for tuning in. I know it is late where I am at, but it is morning somewhere. So I thought we might as well go ahead and get this out of the way. As you guys know, in season 2, I started doing budget meals because you guys have asked for it, and also the price of food is really high right now. So I like to add these budget meals to the menu for people that are on a budget but still do want equality food. I also have a playlist on my YouTube channel that is just dedicated to budget meals. Check out my playlist and let me walk you guys through all of the ingredients that we have. Hey, how are you doing, G Honda? He said Jiffy mix. Yes. Y'all, $10 chili and cornbread. We got the Jiffy mix right here on deck. And anybody that's my skin color that grew up knows that their mom always made cornbread or corn muffins or cornbread muffins. Very popular. Very popular. And we also have Nalley's chili. Nalley's is my favorite. There are a lot of different brands of chili. And then I have some eggs back here for the cornbread mix. I have a little bit of milk also. And you know, I gotta put the butter on the cornbread when it comes out. And I got an onion back here that we're gonna cut up together. And I got some shredded cheese. But thank you so much, G Honda, for coming through, sliding through. If you guys are interested in football, definitely check out G Honda's page or channel for all the updates, especially about the Steelers. You know, it is football season. So the way we started season 3 was I had a kickoff meal, buffalo chicken wings and fries. And because it's football season, we are going to be doing a lot of like tailgate foods and all that. But if you like football, definitely check out G Honda's YouTube channel. So Foodie Gang, it's been a busy day for me. And that's why I'm going live at night. Because it has been a busy day. But hit the like button. Let's get to 25 likes. Let's get some money on the table to keep the stove on. And you can support this channel by sending a super chat or a cash app. I do not have my cash app in front of me right now. But if you do send a cash app, I will definitely be sure to shout you out in the next live stream. But how is everybody doing today? Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start mixing our cornbread together. Get that in the oven. Then we're going to get the chili on the stove. And today is going to be a chill live stream. Super simple $10 chili and cornbread. So, I got my bowl back here. You are going to need a large mixing bowl for your cornbread. Yes. Okay. How is everybody doing today? What did y'all eat today? What did y'all eat today? Did y'all miss me? Did y'all miss me? Oh, I went live last night. And I made sheet pan beer bratwurst and potatoes. It was so good. But let me tell you, I don't know. Yesterday I went live 3 times yesterday. By the end of the day, I was exhausted. So I got my Jiffy corn muffin mix. I'm going to add it to my bowl. I'm going to crack some eggs in there, add the milk, and give it a stir. Keep in mind that when you are mixing the corn muffin mix, it will be lumpy. So just keep that in mind if you're looking at the lumps. Like, what is going on? What's going on? What's going on? But what did y'all eat today, Foodie Gang? Okay, so, remember I was telling you guys about the sheet pan meal that I made? I actually ate that again for dinner, or for lunch, pretty much. You know what? I haven't eaten for a couple hours, but that's okay. Yeah, so I had that for lunch, and then for breakfast, what did I have for breakfast? Oh, I had some biscuits for breakfast. You guys know the other day when I made the biscuits, I had a lot left. I ate a biscuit or two and drank some coffee. I kept it simple. I'm telling you, I was so tired after yesterday. So, I got 2 boxes right here. My dad loves cornbread a lot. And he always, when he would cook, he would always have cornbread as a side. And it's like, I feel like I got burnt out from cornbread. He would add a little bit of sugar to his cornbread too. Which I don't do that. I don't think it needs sugar. But I've seen people add sugar and honey to the cornbread before. Okay, so I got my milk right here, ready to go. Hey, Angela, how are you doing? How are you doing, Angela? Angela, I'm doing another budget meal. I'm making $10 cornbread and chili. And I have my corn muffin mix in the bowl. I use this kind. And now I'm going to pour my milk into the bowl. So, and then I'm using Nalley's chili. Nalley is my favorite. They have one also with cheese. That one is good too. Angela, how has your day been? What did you eat today? Okay, and then I have my 2 eggs. I'm going to crack these into the bowl. My daughter, we do a lot of baking videos. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing? How are you doing? We are making $10 cornbread and chili. Really, really simple. And another one of those budget meals. Because food is really expensive right now. And whether you have a lot of money or a little bit of money, everyone deserves to eat a quality meal. Kelly, how did your birthday go yesterday? Okay, so I got my milk in here. I got my eggs in here, and so now I am just going to give it a stir. Let me move some things around so y'all can see me. So, yes, I'm just going to give it a stir. And like I said, even when you mix it, the mix will be lumpy. So don't be, you know, like super, super alarmed by that. And Angela said she had vegan ramen and vegan kimchi added. Ooh, that sounds good. Angela, I will say this. Even though you are vegan, it seems like you're able to still make amazing meals and you found what works for you. You have found what works for you and easy meals. You know, I met somebody today that was telling me that they have to stop eating gluten. So you know what, Foodie Gang? I think that we are definitely going to try some gluten-free meals here. Just because I like to be challenged like that. You know, it's like, it's fun for me trying to make food that's like vegan, vegetarian, or gluten. And Angela said yes. But y'all hit the like button. Okay, so I got my mix right here. And you don't have to mix it too much, and you don't want to over mix it. Um, you can make muffins out of this, or you can put the cornbread into a pan like this. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my vegetable oil and I'm gonna spray my pans to make sure that the cornbread does not stick to the pan. So I'm just gonna take this right here and just spray these real quick. But how is everybody doing? And I know, okay, so it is 10:40 here. What time is it where you are watching from? Because for me, it's late. Normally at this time, I'm like, the kitchen's clean, my daughter's in the bed, I'm just chilling. I'm sitting on the couch and all that. But today, I'm telling y'all, Foodie Gang, I was so tired after yesterday. I don't know what it was, but I was really, really tired. Kelly said, I'm doing good. I just wanted to say thank you for going live on my birthday and everyone who said happy birthday to me. I want to thank you too. It really made my day. You know what, Kelly? I'm glad that we could go live on your birthday and wish you happy birthday. So glad. And I remember, Kelly, you had asked me that, and I was like, well, Kelly, I'm always going live. But then when you said it, I was like, I remember you asked me to go live on your birthday, and I did. I did 3 lives yesterday. I did breakfast. It was biscuits and breakfast, and then I went to the park. It was warm, which is very rare. And I made the sheet pan bratwurst and potatoes. That was a really delicious meal. And then I made a mustard cream sauce. Really, really good. I have been seeing the sheet pan meals a lot. And so I wanted to try it. And so I have 2 pans here. Sometimes the the cornbread mix does rise a little bit. And so I'm going to put some, half of it in one pan, half of it in the other pan. But like I said, you can use use a muffin pan. And when you use a muffin pan, what you do is you line the muffin pan with paper liners, like the little cupcake liners, and then you just put your mix in there. And when I put this into the oven, Foodie Gang, I am going to use a timer. Now, y'all know how I feel about timers, Foodie Gang, especially if you have been watching 907 Goodies. You know how I feel about timers. But are you guys ready for the weekend? What is everyone's plan for the weekend? Okay. And so I'm going to put these in the oven. And then I'm going to put my timer on. We are going to put our chili on the stove and get that heated up. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. $10 chili and cornbread. Super simple, easy to make. So, put that in the oven. Y'all see it right there. And what I like to do with my cornbread is I spread it out. Like, if you have a cake, sometimes it'll spread it on its own, but I like to spread it evenly just so that it doesn't have to work, too hard. Okay, the box says 400 degrees. I did that. We're going to try 15 minutes. At the 15-minute or when the timer goes off, we're going to look at the cornbread and assess whether it's done. Sometimes you can stick a fork in it as well. And if the fork comes out clean, then your cornbread is done. And you can use that technique when you're doing any type of baking. Okay, so the next thing. Okay, so Angela said cleaning and decluttering. I kind of have the same plan that I'm gonna do for my weekend too. Is cleaning, um, like more like deep cleaning, because like my house isn't super dirty. I like to keep it pretty clean, but I just want to like do a deep clean, like wipe off all the heaters on the on the floor, maybe even mop. Definitely got to vacuum. So my plans and so there are different types of chilies, and you can use any type of chili that you want. This is $10 chili and cornbread. I really like Nalley's chili. And so that's the brand that I use when I'm making chili or budget chili. I am also, what I want to do with you guys also is make chili like completely from scratch using like dry beans. I'm going to do that as well, so don't worry, Foodie Gang. We are in season 3, episode 5. And so here we go, here we go, here we go. I got my chili. I'm just gonna pour it into the pan. I'm gonna put the pan on pretty much like medium heat, you know. So yes, we got Nalley's chili, $10 chili and cornbread. I'm gonna put the pot on like probably like 4, maybe not medium heat because I don't want to get too hot. So just put that in there. And if you want, you can use 2 cans of chili if you're making some for your family, or you can use 2 cans of chili. I just have 1 because that's all I need is 1 can of chili. But comment down below or in the chat and let me know, what is your favorite type of chili? Okay, so we got the chili on. The cornbread is in the oven. We're using Jiffy cornbread today. When I was in culinary school, we had to make cornbread from scratch. And it was a lot of ingredients. It was like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I was like, that's too much for me. So, I got my onion here. I am going to dice this onion up into a small dice just to put a little bit of onions on top of my chili. You do not have to do this step if you don't like onions. I know some people do not like onions and some people do. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this to the back so you guys can see a little bit. So yes, we are going for a small, really small dice. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of onions on top of my chili when the chili is done. I have a yellow onion, but red onion is really good with chili as well. And it's normally what you see. But any type of onion that you have is totally fine. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal, Foodie Gang. Not a big deal. Okay, so tomorrow I am going to make breakfast in the morning. So tune back in for that. We're going to have our Saturday Foodie Gang breakfast. And what I'm making is going to be a surprise. So I ain't telling nobody yet. Okay. So I like to cut my onion in half, or I cut the ends off of the onions, and then I cut the onion in half, and it looks like this. One day, I will do a video on knife skills, because knife skills are very, very important, especially in the kitchen. Angela said, black bean and sweet potato chili and white bean chili verde. Ooh, you know what? Sweet potatoes are so good for you, and they're really, really yummy. What I like to do is, I like to steam my sweet potatoes, or sometimes I'll even bake them. But sweet potatoes are really, really tasty, and they're really healthy for you. They're really good for you. Alright, so I got my onion over here, diced up, ready to go. My chili's heating up, cornbread's in the oven. The timer says 9 minutes. So we got 9 minutes on our chili. 9 minutes on our cornbread. What am I talking about? What am I talking about, foodie gang? Okay, so this Sunday, I am introducing a new show. Shout out to the 7 people that hit the like button. So we got our toppings for the chili. We're going to put a little bit of onions on top of our chili. And we got some shredded cheddar cheese. And this butter is for our cornbread. So, now I'm just going to kind of get cleaned up. I'm going to check on my chili. There we go. Super simple, $10 chili and cornbread. Kelly said, what is your favorite thing about cooking? You know, I have thought about this question, and my favorite thing about cooking is that is the creativity, and also that you are able to control it. You can control how your food is gonna taste. You can add seasonings. So you're like in charge of it. So I like that part. You know, a lot of times in life, a lot of things are out of our control. So I feel like when I'm cooking, I'm able to control the outcome. And so I like that part, and I love the creativity. I love how you can just like create so many different things. Like, say for instance, 3 different people have the same ingredients. Each person will create a different ingredient, and that's the part I really, really like about it. I like how you can just be creative. You can make whatever you want. And one of the things I really enjoy is writing recipes. I really enjoy recipes, and I have a whole notebook full of recipes. I've been saving recipes for so long. And one day, foodie gang, I'm going to share my recipes with y'all. Okay, so I got some extra onions here. I'm just going to put them in one of these little cups. Save it for later. You know, wasting food, it's just not okay. You know, I like to save everything because, like, for the onions, you don't know when you're going to eat onions again. And I know that I like to cook with onions. So I know that I'm going to be using onions again. So, always save food. In the kitchen, they do this thing called FIFO. What FIFO means is first in, first out. So, say for instance, you have 2 cases of cucumbers. And you have to use cucumbers in your dish. What you do is you don't go and grab the new cucumbers. You go and grab the cucumbers that are the oldest ones so that you can make sure that you're rotating your food. And I'm telling you, if you are in the kitchen, all your money is in the fridge and the freezer. Very, very important that you're not wasting any food. That's why a lot of times we make a lot of our sauces from scratch. It's, So, $10 chili and cornbread. Okay, so I have a new show coming out this Sunday, the Foodie Gang Food Panel, and I am going, the Empty Stomach Podcast is going to be my co-host. So it's going to be like a panel show, and we're going to talk all about food. I'm super excited for it. Tune in for this show. And like I said, tomorrow we're going to have breakfast together, Foodie Gang. On Saturdays, I like to have breakfast, sit down and chill because it's like, it's not so busy like it is during the week. So there's enough time to get the chill on. Okay, so my chili is looking good. It's heating up. So when the timer goes off, I'm going to look at the cornbread. I'm going to take my fork here and I'm going to stick it in the cornbread. The fork should come out clean. When the fork comes out clean, I will know that my cornbread is done. After the cornbread is done, I'm going to pull it out of the oven. And then I'm going to take my butter and I'm going to rub the top of my cornbread with butter. Just so it can taste so good. All right. Oh, okay, so Foodie Gang. We are like 50 subscribers away from 5K. When we do get to 5K, I'm going to do a 5K meal. What do y'all want to eat for the 5K meal? Because I'm still undecided. Still not sure. Okay, so tomorrow, I'm going to be making breakfast. So it's a surprise. And if I have time, which I think I will, I'm going to do the stuffed pasta shells with you guys. Because I've been seeing those all the time. And I was like, I'm going to try those one day. And Kelly said, we all got to save food, especially with these prices. I just saw at the store, Hot Pocket was $15. Man, it's like... food costs so much that I feel like it's almost forcing people to cook. And we got No Captivity with Freezy. He said, hey, my sister. What's going on, Freezy? I know you up late. You guys, check out No Captivity with Freezy. Great YouTuber, great content, great conversation, and a great perspective. So check out his YouTube channel. So, Freezy, I'm making $10 $10 chili and cornbread. We got the cornbread in the oven, the chili's on the stove. I'm using the Jiffy cornbread, Freezy. I know you know about this. I know. Everybody knows about this Jiffy cornbread. It's just like so good. So good. So good. But Freezy, I was just telling, he said, I love Jiffy. Laugh out loud. I already know you did. I knew you know about that Jiffy. But Freezy, I was just telling the Foodie Gang, I have a new show coming out on Sunday. The Foodie Gang Food Panel. It's going to be a panel show. It's going to be all about food. And I'm going to be doing that show with the Empty Stomach Podcast on Sunday. So, and that show will be live. And it'll be available on Facebook and YouTube. Right now, Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang is only on YouTube. But this new show will be on Facebook and YouTube. And the Empty Stomach podcast was here before. They are hilarious. What they do food reviews. They also review like food trucks, they do car shows, and just various amount of events. But I had a really good time when they were here last time. So I have my cornbread. It's out of the oven. It's done. I'm gonna rub it down with some butter. But yes, new show coming out on Sunday, so tune in for that, y'all. Turn the notification bell on. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. And Freezy said, "Oh yeah, sounds interesting." Yes, it's a panel show, but it's all about food. So we're gonna be talking about like new foods that are out. Talking about restaurants, food trucks. We're gonna talk about inflation. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited for you guys to see the graphics. I have designed some really great graphics. And because this show is going to be on Facebook, we can't have any beats in any of the show. So, there's some great sounds in there and all that. So, y'all tune in for that new show that I'm making. That we are making. And I'm telling y'all, the Empty Stomach podcast, they are hilarious. They came onto the show and I did an interview with them. And I enjoyed talking to them so much that we have created a whole show. And I'm honored that they're, you know what I'm saying, like, coming on the platform again. A great group of people. And I love their content and what they do. And so when they go to these places that they review, they just go to like, they're in Alabama. They do some food reviews in Florida, just all over the place. I mean, they're doing some amazing work. They've only been around for a year, which I was surprised to hear that it's only been a year for them because they work so well. And then Kelly said, "Do you think food prices will go down ever or go even higher?" You know what? I don't know. But I feel like this, Kelly. If food prices go higher, I mean, we all going to be stealing a little bit. But let's get the likes up. Let's put some money on the stove. Or let's put some money on the table so we can keep the stove warm. And let me go grab my second phone. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with the game. Thank y'all for waiting. So our chili is done. Our cornbread is done. We're going to cut the cornbread. I'm going to plate up and show y'all what it's looking like. But Kelly, I do not know for certainty where the food is going to go. But I really hope for the sake of all of the Americans and all of us in America that food goes back down, because it has gotten to a point where it's like, how can you raise the prices on everything at once? That's what they literally have done. It's like all the prices are high, and it's like, it's just not okay. It's not okay. Okay, so let's get started. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell y'all what y'all can do. Hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I am making budget meals, and I have a whole playlist on my channel of budget meals. So, and honestly, Foodie Gang, it's gotten to a point where we can't even afford to go out to eat. Going out to eat is a luxury. I was talking to another mom today, and I was telling her, I don't even go out to drink. I don't even get coffee like that no more. I make my coffee at home. And going out to eat, that's something that happens like once in a while. I don't even go out to eat that much. Y'all see me? I'll be at home. I don't know if that's because I want to be here or if that's all I can afford. Okay, so I got my chili in here. I'm going to put some onions on top of my chili. And I have yellow onions, but you can use red onions if you would like. Or if you don't like onions, you don't have to put onions. But I love onions. And y'all know I love cheese. So we're going to just hit it with a little bit of cheese like that. But yes, Kelly, I'm hoping that the food goes down. And you know what's funny is like that I started this whole cooking show in the middle of inflation. I'm like, why didn't I think of this idea years ago? Why did I wait till now to start this? I should have been doing this when you know who was in office. Because we could have been eating crab legs, lobster. Okay, there we go. Hit it with a little bit. That's my $10 chili and cornbread. I'm going to cut the cornbread up. Yeah, I don't know what made me start this show now. I should have started this show a long time ago when the food was cheap. And then Angela said if food goes any higher, restaurants will start closing. And Angela, they already are. There's a lot of different restaurants and fast food places that are leaving California. I did do a live stream about this, why restaurants close down. And you're absolutely right, Angela. When the minimum wage changed in California, I'm just going to use California as an example because that's one that we can all look to and we all know something ain't right. When the minimum wage went up in California, a lot of restaurants did close down because it costs too much to operate. And that's why I'm so glad I work for myself and I cook at home and I have y'all here with me. Because I don't have to worry about that because it's just me. But so I cut the cornbread and I'm going to take it out. It is just me and I don't have to worry about a high overhead cost. All I have to do is provide the food, you know, get the internet, of course, because I can't talk to y'all if I don't have internet. So, Angela is 100% correct. We are going to see a lot of restaurants begin to close down if food goes any higher. And if you guys have noticed, the restaurants are already starting to close down. Already. So let me show you guys a trick. They do this a lot in the restaurants. What you do is you put like a wet napkin or you put something underneath your bowl. And then you put it on here. And what happens is that your bowl will not move. That's just a little trick they do in the restaurants. Okay, so we got our cornbread. I'm going to just slice this. Or I already cut it. But let me get this stuff out of here. We are definitely going to see a lot of restaurants closing. And it's kind of unfortunate because there are people that work those jobs. And so when they close down a restaurant, that's jobs that's closing down. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Freezy. Freezy said that looks so good. And y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to No Captivity with Freezy. And Freezy, You did a great job reporting um, on the whole issue. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. If you know, great job, Freezy. I'm glad I was able to come through your live today. Yes, we are going to see a lot of restaurants closing, and it's unfortunate because people need those jobs. And you know what? It's a great thing about this meal is that it's cornbread. Who doesn't like cornbread? Let me move this a little bit closer to y'all. But who don't like cornbread? Hey, unhinged man, Fro, I didn't even see you. You done snuck up in here. Okay, $10 chili and cornbread. I use Nalley's chili. And yes, Nalley's chili. I put a little bit of onions, shredded cheddar cheese. And this is Jiffy cornbread. And I bake this cornbread in a cake pan. You can make it in a cake pan, muffin pans, whatever you choose. But what's up, Unhinged? You done snuck up in here. Unhinged said, ooh. Another YouTube channel that y'all gotta subscribe to, especially if you are interested in wrestling. And Unhinged Main Event Fro also has another YouTube channel, Dr. Frizzle. So check out those YouTube channels. Yes, y'all, super simple meal, very affordable. Not every meal can be expensive and cost a lot, so this is a quick, easy meal. So I got my spoon here, and let's see what it's hitting for. It's kind of hot, so I kind of wanted to wait a little bit to cool down. I tell you, Nalley's chili is my favorite. There are a lot of different chilies, but I like this one the most. Whatever kind of chili you want to use, though, it's fine. But hit the like button, Foodie Gang. Okay. I got a little bit of time. I'm going to move y'all over to the table. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk. I'm making breakfast in the morning. It's going to be a surprise what it's going to be. And then I'm going to do stuffed pasta shells. Sunday, I'm launching my new show, the Foodie Gang Food Panel. It's going to be a soft opening. What a soft opening means is a lot of restaurants do a soft opening before they do a grand opening to make sure that their staff is able to work together cohesively, to make sure that their menu is put together and it works. So we're going to have our soft opening of the Foodie Gang Food Panel. It's going to be a panel show or a talk show all about food. And on that talk show, it's going to be Chef Big Bank, and it's going to be the Empty Stomach Podcast. And the Empty Stomach Podcast is about 4 to 5 people. So I'm going to be sitting up here with my foodie friends, my Foodie Gang friends, and we're going to be talking. And stick around, stay tuned for the show, because it is a panel show. So we are going to have rotating guests on the show. And so we are in the process, but we have some big plans for the show. So tune in. It's my first time doing a talk show. Normally it's just me up here talking. Normally I just be talking for hours and hours and hours. But I'm going to have my Foodie Gang friends up here. We're going to be talking about some food. And right now, alright, Foodie Gang, I'm going to get y'all situated. I'm going to get y'all situated. Shout out to the 10 people for hitting the like button. And look, I got 2 ring lights, a whole bunch of lights. Which is why I don't get why it be looking dark sometimes. And that is Ava's play time. Let me grab the light. All right, all right. Wait, I gotta get my water. Gotta get my water. Let me make sure that make sure that lighting is okay. What's going on, Foodie Gang? What's going on? I feel like I be moving around so fast in the kitchen, but $10 cornbread and chili. So what I'm gonna do to my hair is I'm gonna two strand twist it. But I need to do it soon before it gets like too nappy. But yeah, I'm gonna two strand twist it like I did last time. All right, so I'm gonna try this cornbread for y'all because I tried the chili for y'all, but let me try the cornbread. Mmm. Mmm. You know when you eat some food, that's so good, you want to start dancing? Okay. You know the one thing I can't stand about having dreads? Dang, my elbows are ashy. Why y'all ain't telling me for the game? Why y'all ain't tell me? Okay, what I was gonna say. The thing I like about having dreads is like if I move like this, there's a hair sticking up out of nowhere. Ooh wee. But keep the stove on. Hit the Cash App, money sign Chef Big Bank, or you can send a super chat with your thoughts. And if you're watching me on the replay, you can send a super thanks. Okay. Breakfast in the morning. Stuffed pasta shells for dinner. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Helly, you be having some good questions. Helly said, do you think they will increase the hourly pay in America or stay the same as food prices go up? You know what, Kelly? I'm a little bit worried if they increase the hourly wage anymore, because what we're starting to see is people are closing down their restaurants, they're closing down their business, and they're going to a business model like this where you work for yourself. But shout out to the Drip Show. What's going on? I saw you was live, Drip. I said, oh, if he's still on when I'm done, I'm going up there. He said 9:07, you live? Oh man, you missing Foodie Gang. Drip, I thought we were gonna do part 2 yesterday. I thought we were doing that yesterday. I came and I looked and I didn't see anything. And I was like, what's going on? I have my talking points ready to go. I was ready. I was ready. Shout out to the 10 people that hit the like button. But I know we could do better, Foodie Gang. But yeah, Drip, what's going on? I thought we was doing part 2. And Drip, they got some breaking news came out today. So I watch a lot of different YouTube channels and a lot of different I be everywhere. But if you guys are on YouTube, subscribe to The Drip Show. Subscribe to No Captivity with Freezy. Unhinged Man Event Fro. Those are some of the YouTubers that I watch. Um, but I have been watching a lot of LawTubers recently. I've been watching a couple of bloggers. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I watch the bloggers, I can only watch for a little bit. And then I gotta go. But Drip, we got $10 cornbread and chili. I made the chili right here. I can put some onions, some cheddar cheese. I got my cornbread right here. Y'all know about that cornbread. Put a 1 in the chat if you like cornbread. Ooh, Unhinged Man Event Fro. Have you ever had cornbread stuffing? Cornbread stuffing is so good. And I know I owe you a stuffing recipe. It's coming. It's coming. Mmm. Mmm. So good. And then I put a little bit of butter on the top of it when it got done baking. So when you take a bite, you get that hint of butter on the top. And Reality TV said, good morning, beautiful sister. You know, it's nighttime here, but where you at? And shout out to the Drip Show. Sponsoring the show with the $10. And Unhinged Man Event Fro said, never had cornbread stuffing. I'm going to have to make it for you. And Reality TV, I'm doing good. And shout out to the Drip Show. If you are watching in the chat, put Drip in the chat. Shout Drip out. So, you know what I'm saying? Always supporting. Great YouTuber. And I was on the Drip Show panel and I had a great time. I was up there for like some hours. Drip coming through with the exclusive content that nobody else has. Check out the Drip Show. Thank you so much, Drip, for putting the money on the table and keeping the stove on. But y'all, put Drip in the chat so we can show him some support and shout him out. And Reality TV said, you're enjoying yourself. Why would I not be? I'm up in here with the foodie gang. I'm up in here with the foodie gang. What you talking about? And then Kelly said, a lot of companies who let employees work from home now, requiring them to come back to the physical workplace. What is your opinion on it? Well, I will say this. After COVID, we kind of saw that a lot. A lot of the people that were working from home, the companies wanted them to come back in to really prove that they were working. And honestly, if you have a job, I don't know why you wouldn't go into work. I've never, well, this, let me rephrase it. I'm about to say I've never worked from home, but I'm up in here talking to y'all. Until I started doing this YouTube thing, I've never worked from home. I feel like you better be happy you have a job and y'all better quit playing with these companies and all these boycotts that you guys are doing. Because the robots are coming, especially if you want to sit around and boycott. The robots is coming or the migrants are coming, unfortunately. I feel like this. You should go back to work, be very quiet. Because it's getting easier to replace people. But shout out to the Drip Show for keeping the stove on so that we can continue to cook. And Drip, when I do my live stream from StreamYard, I will play the money video for you. And then Reality TV said, I have subscribed to your channel a few days ago. Thank you so much for subscribing. I would definitely encourage you guys to become members of the channel. I have a few different tiers available so that you never get locked out of a live stream. You never miss a meal. But y'all, this cornbread is hitting. $10 cornbread and chili. But Drip, you still ain't telling me what happened to part two. What happened, Drip? I was expecting to come back. But I don't know if you're gonna be live tonight or not. But if you are, I'll come up on the panel. And thank you so much, Reality TV, for subscribing. Um, it is 11:26 now. We've been on here for almost an hour, Foodie Gang. But when I talk to y'all, and when I come up here and cook and stuff, I'll be having so much fun that I'll look up. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's been an hour, and I've just been talking. Mm-mm. Mmm. You know what else is good? Chili hot dogs and chili burgers. So good. Ooh. You know what I gotta make for y'all? My NBA Youngboy chili cheese fries. They are so delicious. So I like to use the seasoned fries. I'll use my Nalley's chilies, top it with some cheese. So good. So good. NBA Youngboy chili cheese fries. I made a video about this a long time ago. It's under the shorts category. Really good recipe. And then Kelly said it's 2:26 in Dallas, Texas. 2:26 a.m. But shout out to the Drip Show for putting some money on the table, keeping the stove warm. We are halfway to our goal. Our goal is 25 likes and $20. So we halfway there. Shout out to the Drip Show. And Kelly said AM. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for being up in here late night. I was really busy today, and I was like really tired from yesterday. And so I had to, I woke up late again. Mm-mm. I got the $10 chili and cornbread. And my daughter really, really likes cornbread, which is great. Because when you make cornbread, you make it like, it is, it makes a lot. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Okay. So good. The recipe is in the description. Yesterday, I made breakfast, and then I also made sheet pan bratwurst and potatoes with the creamy mustard sauce or mustard cream sauce. It was delicious. Okay, so Kelly, you're always coming in with the great questions. Thank you so much. Kelly said, if there were one thing you could change or add to the world, what would it be? Well, for me, I would like if people cared more about the children. I feel like children are the future, and a lot of times we kind of overlook our children. Like, say, for instance, when the government gets money, they do all these other things, and then they give the kids the money to last. Where I think it should be the opposite. I think we should invest the most money into our children because they're going to grow up, and that is investing into the future. So I would say I would want people to care more about the kids. That's what I would want. I feel like if people cared about more about the kids, people wouldn't grow up and be crazy or grow up and have bad childhoods that make them into alcoholics or drug addicts, you know? But Kelly, what? Okay, so Kelly, what I want you to do is I want you to answer the question: what would you change or what would you add to the world? I would want people to care more about the children. I feel like if we cared more about the kids, then so many adults wouldn't grow up and not have and like be lacking so many skills or not being able to talk to people. It's just like, and one thing I would say is that when you meet someone that has a bad childhood, it is a childhood is a foundation for your life. So if you have a bad childhood, you'll never forget it. It sticks with you for your whole entire life. Having a bad childhood. So I would say, like I said, I want people to care more about the kids. Let me slide y'all back. Okay, there we go. I want people to care more about the kids. That's in my opinion. But hit the like button, Foodie Gang. I also do make children's content. My daughter has a YouTube channel, Ava's Playtime. So go ahead and check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make cornbread stuffing with you guys as well as regular stuffing. Those are definitely on the menu for 907 Good Eats. And Kelly said, I would add more opportunities and less discrimination for people who have disabilities or learning disabilities like myself. She has dyslexia. I think that is true. I think it's unfortunate. I feel like the world is just so like judgy. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just judge so much, but I can relate to you about having the disability and feeling like people discriminate because they do. As soon as you tell them that you have something wrong with you or you have some type of learning disability, they look down on you. It's very, very true. I think that, it's very true, and that's a good thing to add to the world. I agree. Kelly, you're so right. There's a lot of discrimination. Um it's like once you tell people you have a disability, it's like they count you out. And they count you out. My nephew has autism, and my sister really has gone through a lot with him, trying to get him the proper services that he needs. And it has been a journey. And I myself have a disability as well. I have a neurologic disorder. And so, um, and this is, well, I was born with this disorder, but I didn't know about it until I was 27. I was just living my regular life. But when I was 27, I found out about the disability. And it was a whole story. One day, I'm gonna make a video and share my story with you guys about my disability, my neurologic disorder, and I'm gonna talk about the surgeries that I went through and all that. Food gang. I'm gonna make a video one day, and I also have pictures to share with you guys of when I did go through my surgery. So become a member, join the channel. And so Kelly, it's tough having a disability, and then it's like for me, you can't necessarily see my disability unless you pay attention. And so when I tell people that I do have disabilities, they don't even believe me. So it's just, and then that's another thing. If people cannot see the disability right off the bat, they assume that you're fine. And then when you tell them, like, oh my God, are you okay? But Kelly, it is going to be okay. Keep pushing forward. And one thing that they taught me when I went through rehab after I had my surgeries, they taught me how to manage my disability. And they taught me how to operate with it and how to work with it so where it doesn't really feel like a disability. So one of the things that I do is I take a lot of notes. I write down everything just because I know that with my disability, I do have issues with memory. And so I write down a lot of stuff. I write down everything. And then I don't even put anything in my schedule. Or when someone tells me they need me for a certain day, I write it down just because. So what you got to do if you have a disability, you have to learn how to work with your disability. And when I went to rehab, they showed me how to work with it, and they showed me what to do, and they gave me so many great tips and all of that stuff. So I was very blessed to have the medical team that I had um, shortly after my surgery. So I was like, I just be thanking God for that. But I'm gonna do a whole video about it. I'm gonna share it with my members. Um, I have some pictures to show you guys as well. I have a little slideshow. When I went through medical school, because I am a CMA, I did a presentation about my disability. And I would say like I was really nervous during that presentation because it's like I know I'm telling my personal story and my personal battle. And like when I told them the story and all that, they're like, "Wow!" They couldn't even believe it. But $10 chili and cornbread. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're almost at 5K. Shout out to the Drip Show for coming through, blessing the channel, putting the money on the table so that we can keep the stove on. Like I said, we're gonna be having breakfast in the morning. I'm not gonna tell y'all what we're gonna have. It's gonna be a surprise. It's gonna be a surprise. I wanna do these stuffed pasta shells. And then on Sunday, we got, it's gonna be my new show, the Foodie Gang Food Panel. We're gonna have our soft opening. And you know what? I'm a little bit nervous about this show. But I'm nervous because it's like, I don't know. I have this ideal in my head, but I don't know if it's gonna work. But I think it will. I think it will. So tune in on Sunday for that. When you do subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on your notification bell so that when I go live, you get notified. And Foodie Gang, we've been up here for an hour and 10 minutes. I just wanted to go live to show you guys another great budget meal. $10 chili and cornbread. Super, super yummy. Simple to make. Cost effective. And this is a great meal that you can make for your whole family and not break the bank. I will see you guys back in here. I'll see y'all back here for the morning. We're having breakfast, our Saturday breakfast, Foodie Gang. And we're going to be talking. We're going to be chilling and hanging out. Shout out to the Drip Show for putting the money on the table, keeping the stove on. Thank you so much for sponsoring this show. And Kelly said, people don't believe me when I say I have dyslexia, and they say you speak so well. It is a learning disability. It can affect you with math, reading, and comprehension. That's another thing. It's like when you tell people you have a disability, it's like they start looking for the disability, and it's like, well, yeah, I'm doing okay, and I'm able to manage my disability because I've had it for so long. So you learn ways to manage it. But for people to not believe that you have disability, it's like, why would I lie about this? Like Kelly, I don't know what's going on with people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's like, why would I lie about this? Like, what good? What's gonna come from this? Me telling you I have a disability. It's crazy. And then another thing I don't like, Kelly, is I don't tell people that I have a disability because I don't want people to treat me different. I don't like that. I want you to keep that same energy and act the same way you was gonna act with everybody else. Be the same way. Don't try to change up now. But hit the like button, Foodie Gang. And Kelly, I will see you back here in the morning. And the rest of y'all, Foodie Gang, if you're on Facebook, join my group, Chef Big Bang Foodie Gang fan page, especially if you make any of my recipes. Join the group, share a photo with us. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Shout out to the Drip for sponsoring this show. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. I'll see y'all again on Sunday and every day after that. Join the channel, become a member so that you never get locked out of a live. I'm posting exclusive content within the membership program. So become a member. Become a member. And I will see y'all in the next one. Shout out to the Drip Show for sponsoring the show. Kelly, have a good night. And everybody else, Foodie Gang, have a good night or morning, depending on where you're watching from. Subscribe to my other channel, Ava's Playtime. Especially if you have kiddos. And Foodie Gang, thank you guys all so much for coming. I know this was a late night version or late night edition, especially for me. It is past my bedtime, so I got to go. I'll see you guys back here in the morning. I am your host, and this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. And I will see you guys in the next one, Foodie Gang. Thank you guys all so much for coming and stopping by my kitchen.